Hi everyone, my name is Titanya Dahlin from EnergyMedicineWoman.com, and today I want to speak to you about the life color of copper. Now, I wouldn't be speaking to you so quickly knowing that I have 136 colors that I have identified since 2006 in my repertoire of reading life colors. Now, copper is a rare life color. You don't find it on many people. But in some places in the world, you'll find a lot of it. Places like Australia, and it's one of the reasons why I am talking about it today, is because in the tail end of 2019 and 2020, there were tons of devastating fires that just blew through Australia, killing a lot of animals and people, and it just struck me so much. I am kind of dedicating this talk to Australia and also to my friend Bambi doll, who passed away this last year, and she was Australian, and she lived in Australia and loved the animals in Australia, and I am sure she was putting out the fires with her fire energy on the other side as much as she could. So this is dedicated to both Australia and Bambi. If you don't know what a life color is, go on over to one of my other videos and find out. It is in your energy field, and it's a vibration. It is energy. Vibration equals energy. Energy is vibration, and it's a color that sits within your sixth field of your aura, and it shines out who you are in the world. Australia has a copper energy about it, meaning that just like we have an aura around our body, an energetic field around ourselves, each country also has a color. Each state, each group soul, and of course the planet itself has a color around it. Right now we're in the age of indigo, and every single one of those colors brings about lessons and challenges. Australia has the color of copper. And in an individual, it is very, very rare to see a copper person, especially if you're not in Australia. Or they also live in places like New Mexico and Sedona. Sedona is a coppery type of energy, except Sedona also brings in the life color of violet as well. Places like Nevada and Arizona have copper energy within them as well. There are places that sometimes are very arid and dry and rough, like the desert. This is where you will see copper energy. When copper energy is within somebody, they are a little bit rough on the edges too. There's a little bit of a masculine, feminine presence within them. Women could look a little bit more masculine than feminine, and in women it's actually often that the women are gay. Not always, but most of the time they can have gay tendencies. And not in men. Men, they're kind of rough and tough, kind of like, I wouldn't say Crocodile Dundee because he didn't have copper colors, but a little bit more rougher, like those Australian outback cowboys who just come on into the bar and just are so masculine and and buff. And so, but very, very strong and sturdy in their presence, very grounded, very centered when they come in. They know what they want. That's a copper energy. I sometimes call coppers the cactus rose or the desert rose because on the outside they're very, very tough. But inside, when you just kind of crack them open or find that place where you're opening up their heart, they are very tender, and their hearts are very tender as well. And they're always inside searching for that soulmate, that person to come along and really support them through life, but so many times they're so rough around the edges, and they look like they have it all together. I like to tell the story of a copper. So there is the copper woman, and she's rough and she's ready, and she's owns a ranch. She owns a ranch, and she could do anything on the ranch. She could go out and rope the cows and rope them up and ride on the horses, and then she could make the meals and call the boys to dinner. She does it all, and it looks in a copper existence that coppers have it all together, but inside they're really wanting someone to come in and help them, even though they have this tough exterior that they could do it all. It's one of their lessons to kind of soften a little bit so that their soulmate can come and find them and they could meet them. Coppers are networkers, they're helpers, they love to serve other people, and they're incredible healers as well. They heal with their hands, and they're also great at holding the energy when something is going off, like a emergency of some kind. They are the ones who come in and really hold space for something to happen or healing to happen. Many times coppers have a very turbulent childhood, and having a turbulent childhood, they have brought those kind of protector barriers all around their energy field. So that's one of the reasons why they can't quite crack. When they meet somebody, they have to have trust, and even then there's always something they're holding on to. But throughout their life, they get stronger and stronger and stronger. They are survivors, and in that way, they usually come to the place of being a healer. One of the things that I love about coppers is that they are humble. They don't boast about what they know or what they're doing in life. They have this wonderful humbleness. Australia also has this ancient land of the Aborigines. Sedona has ancient land of the native people. Coppers are connected to ancient people and ancient lands. They do really well on sacred lands, and they really resonate with them. And if they have a healing practice, it's really good to tune in to the people who were before on the lands in order to help their practice. So that's a little bit about the desert rose, the cactus flower, copper life color. I am Titanya Dahlin. Go and visit my website for information on life color readings, which I have done since 2006. And I'd love to tell you about yourself.